good segue into my next question. What is, and this is for both of you. Actually, this is for all of us. Let me not exclude myself or exclude our production manager for the day. What is the pettiest reason you stopped talking to someone you were vibing with, someone you were seeing? What is the pettiest reason you cut them off?
Let me tell you. There's same person, two reasons, right? So I went out with this person. She is from a different city, so she literally flew down to come and spend the weekend or whatever. So we went away, weekend away. It was luck up. But for some reason, immediately after that, and this made me really feel for the people that also go through this, because it's something that I understand. It just happens. But literally immediately after that, as soon as we got back home, she took her to the airport. She was back on the plane. As soon as I got back home, I immediately went into like depression, like bad depression, right? And I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't speak to the girl. I didn't check. Do
you know why you got depressed after seeing?
Bro, I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really like.
Did she kiss badly?
No, I don't even
hold
think
your hand properly. Like, what made you sad?
I don't even know why I was depressed, to be honest, because we had a lucky weekend.
So could it not be a personal matter, and it had nothing to do with her? She just triggered it.
It probably was. I have no idea. Yeah. But anyway, I went into a little state of depression, and so it was the first time in my life where I won't say where I've got depression, but where I've acknowledged it. Because nowadays, with the way we're living now, mental health and everything is more, it's more out there and stuff. So I think this was the first time that I actually acknowledged it.
Yeah.
And I never speak to the girl. So now what she did was, she gets back to her city and everything, and she also doesn't speak to me till Friday.
Maybe you made her sad also.
Okay, but till Friday. So she didn't speak to me. Now I was going through something, so I wasn't really upset with her, right? But this girl got really upset at the fact that I didn't speak to her, and check up on her, whatever. So.
Well, understandably, she flew to another city to see you.
Yeah, but then this is the petty reason now. Yeah. So on a Friday, so obviously it was Sunday. She went back, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no communication. So on Friday, I decided to reach out because I decided, look, I'm gonna deal with this. With this depression thing, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, and so I did that. So
which is good, bro. Well done. It's good to acknowledge and address.
Yeah, 100%. So I did that and everything, and then I reached out to her. The girl was like, "Oh, you didn't even, check up on me. What if the plane crashed or whatever?" I'm like, "But check this out. You also didn't check up on me. You had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, granted, I take that. I didn't check up on you, but I've got a reason. This is my reason. I was going through depression. What's your reason?" You are living your best life. I'm seeing you putting up your statuses and all that. What is your reason? So she couldn't give me a reason, and that's why I didn't talk to her.
But I can tell you from a girl's point of view, when you see, like in that situation, right, that was probably to get your attention. Girls do this
Which
thing.
Which part was to get my
attention? They're
posting.
Yeah.
Girls do this thing. I do it as well. Where you go out, you'll post yourself having the time of your life, you out and about with people you don't even know.
Living your best life.
Exactly. To get someone's attention. Just so they can reply to it.
So are you saying that people now, since we're not allowed to speak about whichever gender, people are out here doing things for clout?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a clout age.
Huh?
Yes.
So if I see a person, so next time I see a person posting a picture on Instagram, I need to be like, okay, whose attention is this person trying to get?
No, not like that. Not like
now
that.
That is toxic.
Yeah.
What, me looking and saying it, or the person doing that?
People will do it, but there's no formula to understand when it's exactly for you or when it's just them living their life, because it can be very narcissistic to think everything this person does is about you or for you. You see, because sometimes people can be carrying on with their life, living, just carrying on. It's not like you don't care about that person. It's not like that person is irrelevant to you. But at the same time, the wavelength you want is, okay, I'm doing this now. I'm focusing on this now. I'm carrying on with this now. And now these people can be looking at this like, how can he do this? Or how can she do this? And you know what I'm saying? Even when it's not, and it's because the age fosters people to think like that. The culture we in fosters people to think like that.
Let me say my most mature comments ever since we started this podcast now, right? People are gonna love me.
Say it loud, let the people hear you.
Here's what I think. I think, like, if you're getting into a relationship, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing that you should avoid in any relationship is expectation. Because if me and you are friends, like friends, there's no I can't expect anything from you in any way because you're a friend. But then that's when our relationship blossoms the most, because you're allowed to be who you are and I'm allowed to be who I am. And I think when you're getting into a relationship, you shouldn't look for the next person to fill something that you're lacking. I think you should already be full and you want to give to the next person. And that's why you're getting into a relationship, because you're not expecting anything. You're just saying that I've got so much that I want to give to the next person.
Bars.
That's what I think. South Africa.
Well, there has to be clapping sound now. the next wedding you go to and you got a speech, just say that. Say all of that.
Who's getting married? Please invite us there.
Yeah, invite us. We got pre-ready speeches for you.
We actually do a podcast for you all over there.
Now, with that being said, on the year, what's the pettiest reason from you?
There's a lot.
Give us one then. If there's a lot, pick one out the hat.
Okay, so my one would be, I was busy with this person from like 2018.
Ooh,
so
time frames.
Yeah,
all right.
Years went by. We stopped talking for like a year. Got back into contact. But.
Do you know that person knows you're talking about them now because you mentioned?
Hey, that person watches it and well, it's fine. He's probably gonna watch this one so he knows about it. It's fine. So we stopped talking for about a year. Then we got back into contact. She gave me a whole speech. She's not ready for a relationship. What. So over the years, I wanted a relationship, stuff like that. I was busy doing my own thing. She was busy doing her own thing until she started finding out about it. Then she was like, "No, you can't be doing this. Why are you dressing like this? Why are you going around these people? What?"
But you work together.
We worked together. So I was like, okay, so then, like, you know, let's actually get into a proper relationship. Then, like, we can, like, work this out as, like, a couple. She was like, no, she's not.
So wait, let me just pause right there. So you're not together, but the person is already telling you you should and should not. And you say, okay, let's get into Where did you not have a red flag waving around?
She thought it was a circus.
Ready
for the rides.
Like, where's the...
I'm colorblind.
Okay.
I'm colorblind. Yeah. So, anyways, this carried on from like 2020 up until this year. We only became friends.
Sound like it's still going on, this problem.
We only became friends like a few months ago. So...
Wait!
Yes!
Oh shit!
Yes! So, all of this happened and she would still continue to do all these things. So eventually I was like, okay, you know what? We spoke about it. She was like, okay, too many people want you, this, that, you have certain ways of entertaining so many people. I was like, okay, let me show you. I'll be on a straight line with you. So I did that for about a month till I found out how many people she was getting with. I said, are you taking me for a stupid now? Now you're making me like a stupid. I started seeing someone else.
Right.
She didn't like that. She went on this whole depressive rant about it. Everything went down. She started coming around me while I was with my other person. And then eventually she cried to me. She told me she wants me. She's in love with me. The whole story. So I was like, okay.
Was she drunk?
Why?
No,
Why depression is the first out people take when things go alright? I'm just trying to figure this out. Like depression is the go-to one. Yeah. You can just say I don't like. No, sorry. Let me let you finish your story.
Then it hits. I was like, okay, let's get into a relationship. Let's do this properly. No, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm still healing by myself. That's the time I said before that story was I blocked you. I blocked her.
Now, there's two things I want to ask.
Until she came back.
There's
So
two
she's
things
back.
I want to ask.
As friends.
This is what I
I
want to
think you're
ask.
just entertaining the person.
Production managers talking big things.
I
Yeah.
think you're just entertaining the person. You're just leading them on. Because now your friends again and the same thing's going to happen. You're like, okay, let me just try
Yeah.
to show
No,
you.
I've set boundaries this time.
But
this is the thing. I've set boundaries
But
this time.
this
Did
is
you tell her she
wait,
can't say she loves
how
you?
do you
Yes, That came
how
out
do
my
you
mouth.
How do you set boundaries when you block the person?
Who are we to block
She
love?
eventually got back into contact with me to apologize for everything.
Leads me to my next question, right?
Mm.
So it seems like you'll have an on and off thing. What is this on and off? Why does it need to be an on and off? And how many times does it need to be on and off before it's off?
Because
or
we
on?
as a society and as a people are not mature enough to identify and draw lines. Because we want what we want, but we also don't want what we don't want. And unfortunately, it all comes in the same happy meal. Unfortunately, it comes in the same meal.
Hey.
Us as a society, we can't say, no, we don't want this, but also stick around.
After a person, like, obviously there needs to be something, I don't want to say dramatic, but there needs to be something significant to happen for you to say, okay, I'm off now. you
That's
know?
the problem. People aren't mature enough to draw the line from the first. Even the second. Okay, everyone deserves more than one chance, depending on how drastic the first mess up was. But we can't be like, I don't know why us as a people, we can't be like, this is wrong. This is not for me. This energy doesn't. It's not healthy for me emotionally, spiritually. Even we can't say that. We'll be like, hey, and I think maybe it's the way we were raised in the society we were raised, that we become accustomed to taking it and just take it and take it and take it to the point where we accept things we shouldn't accept.
But if I had to speak on behalf of the people that do that, I think from their perspective, maybe there's a little bit of an element of the whole starting again, you know? Now, because especially like if it's been a 5-year or 3-year or something, now you met the person's family, you met the person's dogs.
I'm gonna put a pin in this and come back
You
to
know.
it. For real this time, we're coming back to it.
You met the person's family, met the person's everything, you know? And so to start that again with somebody else, not even having a guarantee that it's going to even last. Imagine if you 3 years with somebody here, you know their whole life, you know their whole family, then you say, okay, I'm off for good. Then you go to another person, another 3 years. Now you know
Just training families.
Then you go to the shopping mall, you see the other one's mother and you see the other one's family. Now you're like, fuck. So I think that's why. And also, do you think there's pressure from families to keep something on?
This is the pin.
Uh-huh.
What is this thing of, I want to leave, but hey, I'm so close to their mother, and yay,
Bro, except,
Yay.
you know, I had a situation like that where
Say, how many situations have
Yo.
you had?
I've been around,
Bro.
bro. Like the production manager can tell you, this shit, bro. And unfortunately, I was the victim in this. I have to tell you, I was the victim in this, right?
Victim mentality is very toxic.
Yes, I was the victim in this because this girl was dating someone who she's still dating even till this day. But this was like, I don't know, maybe about 5 years, 6 years ago. So she was dating this guy.
She's still dating someone from 6 years ago,
Bro, I don't even know how long it's been.
and they're not married.
No.
Not that I'm saying there's a time limit. I'm just saying it out. I'm just vocalizing my thoughts.
No, they're not married. Apparently they just got engaged maybe like last month or something. So good luck to you. But this person, bro, she was in the relationship with this guy and she came to me talking about, no, she don't like this guy, she's not into him, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's roll. You know, we did the things that made the pots not to be done.
Yeah.
And then, bro, I'm thinking,
Wait,
okay.
so she joined with you?
Yes.
Alright.
So I'm thinking, okay, you know, we're gonna ride now, and then next thing I know, okay, I think like pretty much 2 days later, she puts the. Now this is the thing. This is how some of y'all do us guys. You don't tell us, okay, look, I'm gone back to my nigga, and you know we work things out. You'll just put the display picture up.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you know what
And
I
then
mean?
it's burning there on
Now there's a lot of things.
WhatsApp.
Now there's a lot of things. Now
Yeah.
I'm thinking, was it small?
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, was what small?
You know what I'm trying to, bro? Like I'm thinking, was it small? What happened? You know, you just went back to your nigga, and then apparently it wasn't small because she told another friend. So I'm like, okay, then now what is it? You know, closure.
Huh? What are we talking? Hey!
And apparently what it was what we're talking about, where you go back to the person because this nigga was literally outside the house like at 12 o'clock in the morning,
Midnight,
yeah. Waiting for you to, I don't know, fucking sleep or something or whatever, you know. Bad. And then another thing,
How do they know when the person's sleeping?
Bro, you're dating a person for so long.
You know the time they sleep.
You know everything. But then another thing, also we have to respect those people that are going back because they in some sort of abusive relationships, you know, where people take advantage of the fact that I know your family, so you don't need to be there for me to come there. You know? You know? So that's what this nigga was doing. Like, he was just rocking up there. And then the mother's like, oh, you want some food? You want some? Just have a seat. This nigga like kicking his feet up.
That mother is toxic.
That mother is very toxic.
She knows for the things. She knows that she's doing. Maybe
saying?
she never liked you. She liked him.
No, I never met her at all.
Unlucky.
No.
Well, then maybe she's innocent. Then,
Yeah, sure.
sorry, Ma, if you're watching this. Maybe it wasn't your fault. Which is another thing. I don't want to say... It probably is both genders, but in my experience, obviously I'll only know from what a female would do. They manipulate that situation to get the right reactions out of their family projected at the particular person they're looking to keep around, regardless of what they're doing on the side. They know they could have 10 people, but the one that they brought home, they foster a culture in that home towards that person where it's like, okay, because that gives some sort of security to both the home and that person, because that guy is coming in, hey, these people still love me. This person that I'm with must be talking about me. Like, it must be like a good environment. Even though she told you she's in Eastern Cape or Western Cape or whatever, Northern Cape, wherever she is for the weekend, she's down the road for that weekend, or she's booked in somewhere.
But then again, do you blame the family though? Because like, how many people do you expect to bring to your family before they accept that you...
Except some families are like a homeless shelter. Or like a church. Just come as you are. Just come as you are. It's fine. You everything you bring in with you, come. Some families are very loving, is what I mean to say. Or some families are very accepting. Maybe, and that's a culture within our race. Coloreds, I would speak for, because I'm not too sure about the other races. But coloreds are very, it's black or it's white. It's either we don't want anybody or we want everybody, for the most part. There's a small percentage that's very meticulous about what they allow in their household.
100%.
But for the most part, anything that comes in a driveway, come, biryani, yeah, someone just died, we got the chicken biryani. Like, you know, come eat.
Yeah.
No, pause the show, 23 minutes.
Yeah. I like today's episode. This is a good one. Some healthy topics are being addressed here.
Last week was toxic.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
They're not gonna know that. It's gonna be edited.
It's your boy Captain and your girl. What's your like? Don't you have a?
You don't want to know. We don't want. It's very toxic. We don't want to announce her social handle on this.
Like, please, what is it? What don't you have like?
It's gonna come big on the screen now. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
I saw it on the last
on IGs.
Is that your nickname also? Or is that just okay?
Is that also your activity?
What is it? Reese baby or something like that?
Table.
Greasy. What is it?
What?
Greasy.
Greasy.
What is it? I think I saw something like a greasy babe or something.
No, it's the strapper.
Oh fuck, it is that.
That's like
Yeah, you said that.
BBM, mix it.
Wait,
Mix
you
it
said
names.
Mix it names.
you sent me an invite on somewhere. I saw it. I didn't even.
Must be.
That's
IG.
how bad I am with social media, bro. Like I don't even like.
Greasy baby.
Baby.
That's the new name.
Welcome back to it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Captain. We got Greasy Baby up in here.
Hey,
And my boy DJ Bizzo. And the production manager that's laughing in the background.
That mic is on, right?
Yes, sir.
But it won't pick up too much. I'll have to up the level, but I can dial up.
Yeah,
I can dial up.
yeah.
I'm nice with a post production. I'm learning, bro. The first one wasn't
Bizzo,
too bad.
Bizzo in post production. This one down. You be DJing on the production, bro. Anyway, so they DJs now.
Yeah, the DJ. Also, shout out Crispy Kicks and Blended SA. Shout out to the whole empire.
100%.
It's an empire.
I've never taken my shoes there before, but I've seen. Didn't they do like also some?
Yeah, they do.
Custom
They
work.
do custom work.
But they're still open.
Yes, they're
They're still
firing.
open.
I actually want to get them on the show at some point to to talk about it.
Let's do that. Blended essay, aka Crispy King Kicks. Please come on the show to talk to us about how your clean tech is and everything. You know?
And DJ bro, that was on fire on the
Like
days.
fire.
Yeah. And also from Essigai. Shout out to everybody from Essigai.
On the WNTs.
All the people from Essigai, if you're watching this, let me just tell you, there was supposed to be this thing amongst Essigai boys to all put a tattoo here that says Essigai. Let's meet about it one day and talk about it. And let's
I
put
wasn't
some
bothered at
agreements.
me. Well, I'm not fully from SC
You technically you should also do it because
I'm not gonna do it.
You
I'm
should.
not from SC
You should do it.
I'm kind of from SC.
Yes, so you need to put something on your arm just to represent, Yeah.
I should have a home in SC guy. It just hit me now.
So we spoke about all of us. I can't even say names, but the people.
Yeah.
We spoke about. There's a group of
You know
us.
what's gonna hit you all at a later stage? I'm very fire at not answering the questions I ask.
Now we know. So now we're gonna make. Actually, another viewer said that we need to circle back. Whatever you like in the last episode, we pinned something and we never circle back.
Okay, back today.
Or we start the topic and we don't.
Let's end the show with this. Are you as somebody's partner, not married, but let me say, do you as somebody's partner? You're not married. You are dating. You're in an exclusive relationship.
What's an exclusive relationship?
That means you're only seeing each other. Only you allowed to see and touch where they pee.
But isn't that supposed to be all relationships though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some
why do we have
people
to-
have open relationships.
Yeah.
Oh.
Polyamorous.
What color is that? That sounds like a color for a car.
It's a type
Oh,
of
my bonnet
relationship.
is
Polyamorous.
But I got a
I
match
just
black.
put my polyamorous seat today. Why don't you feel
Hey,
that?
it sounds like a fabric or something.
Bro.
Yo, hey, you learn something new.
Is that
every
even a
day.
word? Let me Google
Polyamorous
it.
and polygamous.
She said it too strongly for it not to be a word.
How do you spell it? Let me Google it.
P-O-L-Y, I can get you that
Yeah.
far.
AMOURS.
There's a O.
They actually, it's actually,
Yeah.
that actually is a word.
Polyamorous and polygamous.
This is, I see gay people.
It's crazy
Why do I
that you know about this, eh?
see- No, why do I see,
LGBTQ
why do I see?
stuff.
The alphabet.
Yeah,
people.
you see, that's what I'm saying. Why do I see
No, but what I can expect about that whole movement is from the jump, they set rules, eh? There's a guideline of how it's working here. Yeah, because they saw how the straight people are operating. No, this is not for us. We're coming with a manual.
I wanna
yeah.
ask you a question based on this now. So what's the word you said?
Polyamorous or polygamous.
What is this word over here?
Which one?
This one right here. See, I googled what you said and then this word came up. What is this?
Polyamory.
Now, polyamory, polyamory, ladies and gentlemen, is the practice of or the desire for romantic relationships with more than one partner at the same time.
Now, before we even finish this question, today's generation's definition of romantic relationship means we're smashing. There's no romance. That's just another word for saying I want for the things. I just wanted to put that out there. Because romance, this is why people say romance is dead. I'm going too far on this topic. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not about me. I'm sorry. Please carry on.
What's this word again? Say it one more time for South Africa.
Polyamory.
Now, what's the difference between polyamory and polygamy? Why do we need to extend the English language?
It's a good question.
What is the difference? What is it? Because what I'm seeing here, and I have no problem with gay people, but what I'm thinking that polyamory is for what you said,
No.
LBG.
I don't think
LGBT.
that's
Did you celebrate?
Polygamy
Did you
Yes, I
celebrate?
did.
meaning that you got more than one.
Basically, no, with this, you invite like a third party into your relationship. So, let's say two people, they're married, right?
Consensually.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are allowed to get a girlfriend
Or boyfriend.
or boyfriend.
Do they choose together?
Yes, you have to choose together.
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't just present something and say,
No, we must
No.
put a CV
Yeah.
and then it gets reviewed by the board.
Both have to.
It's the same like getting hired at a craft, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You bring a
But
CV
yeah.
in for the position and then it's interviewed and then it's accepted or declined.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Now, when we hire graphs, it's flying on top of, you got to do some favors, but okay.
You gotta know the Lani.
You got to know the Lani, okay. Because we're not trying to, talk about what you can do, your acumen, your business acumen. We're trying to see how you can do it. You know what I mean?
My O said acumen. Yo, big
bro,
words on the show today.
We also there as much as we
I guarantee you there's gonna be people from Nakali on their phones. Google, I need to follow what they're talking about here.
We are here to help you out, South Africa, in any way that we can. We will provide. We will provide. Reese just taught me a new word. What's it? One more time. Polyamory.
Let's get the same color on your cat.
I should name my child that.
What the hell?
Polyamory. Emery is not a bad name though.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, God willing, if I have kids, I'll consider the name Emery before I decline it.
When you have kids.
Oh, when I have kids.
Yeah.
Bro, kids not for everyone. Let's just get that out there.
They're not.
Is it for you though?
I don't know yet. Possibly. Possibly not.
Have you ever had an experience with kids?
Kids generally, not all. Well, I haven't been with, I've never been around all kids. But generally, I can get along with kids. Kids like me.
I honestly think you'd have a hard time. With the infant, months old kind of.
I've got more patience.
I don't
than
see
I
you changing no
but
fucking diapers and shit.
I can't. That's
My nigga
not
be
the
like this.
Nah. That's not the issue. My issue would be, definitely now I'm not ready. I am not ready right now, because I will take a child being a child as stubbornness. I'll be like,
so you're like a military dad. You're like,
not
hey.
too, but hey, I don't know. I'd naturally expect more. That's why I don't I'm not ready.
Get up and do your 10 push-ups, nigga.
No. It'd be like the child is crying for no apparent reason. I'd be like, what's this now? What is this now? There must, I don't know, my brain is still, it's programmed to have cause and effect. You're crying because you're in pain. You're crying because something's happening. You're crying because maybe you missed yourself. I must be able to have a logical reason as to why this cry is happening. Now, a baby cannot communicate to me why it is in discomfort. And I'll be like, I'll still obviously show love, all the love and affection in the world, but in the back of my mind, I'll be like, as soon as you can understand,
you gonna get yourself out.
No. I'll be like, I'll probably be a toxic parent at this moment in time. I'll admit it. I'll be a toxic parent. I'll traumatize my child. This is probably why God said, hey, not for you now, son. No. Not for you now.
Yeah.
Maybe at a later stage when you're ready to get over yourself.
Yeah.